Hi guys, welcome back to Honey We're Home. I'm Caroline Crawford Patterson.
And I'm Nicole Pellegrino.
Well, we're in a new studio. I feel like that's the first thing.
Yeah, we're trying out a different background.
Yeah, we're a fan. So this is a new era of Honey We're Home, sitting at a table.
Okay, so we did get in a literal fight this morning, just now, about 30 seconds ago, over the side.
I got here first.
Caroline got here first. Now I just got to get in. No, I think... The listeners, let us know if you agree. And I know this sounds petty. I know you guys... Well, actually, you're all girls. You'll understand. We don't sound superficial. Okay, if you're a girl, most girls, unless you're a proportional Adriana Lima model,
right,
most girls have a side. For us, this podcast is already exposure therapy. It's something about the cameras and something about like talking in your rawest form that
it's not
just
great.
Like doesn't make you look or feel your best. Sometimes like we'll watch the videos back and like edit clips and stuff and we'll be like, oh my fucking
God.
it's
really rough to get through.
Yeah, it's just exposure therapy. And we're at that age where we're seeing ourselves age on camera, which is crazy to me. I listened to a podcast the other day where Amy Poehler was talking about that. And she was like, it's honestly hard to see yourself like age on camera.
Yeah, it's unpleasant because it's like such a high definition camera on your face. It does cause you to be like more critical. I also will be critical about other things like how I'm moving my hands, how I'm sitting.
Oh yeah, I'm touching my hair.
You know what I mean?
Speak.
Like, so then you're looking at, but the point is that like we both have the same good side, which
we
means that one of
like
us is always going to be upset. Yeah.
What do you like about your left? Because I can describe why I like mine.
Okay, so when I was little, I guess I broke my nose, but like no one put it together that I broke my nose. So I have a terrible deviated septum, and if I showed you, you could see it. But the main thing that I notice about it is that it gives me a different profile, like on either side of my face. So my nose has like a cute little slope from the left side. Mm-hmm. My cheek is like lifted. And it's like the way that my TMJ is like with my jaw is like a little more like defined and out.
All on the right.
Right. But then on the right side, like it shows like where like my nose is like looks abnormal and like everything, and like it droops a little more because I sleep on that side of my face.
Okay, so same with me. I feel like I don't feel like this. I've been told by professionals actually who have done Botox and stuff. They're like, your features on the left side of your face are just so much more like feminine, dainty, and everything lifted.
No,
like,
if you looked at a massive, large sea turtle as it was shrinking into its big wrinkly neck, putting its face back into its shell, that is what I look like from the right side.
So we came to a conclusion because Caroline, for some reason, used to just like give me the left, and I like honestly wasn't saying anything. I was like, sweet, like that's really nice of her, like awesome. And I was always on the left. But in this new room, I came in and she was sitting on the left, and I was like fuck. You know when you like you get something past someone and then all of a sudden they catch on? Like that's the feeling. It was like
right, but
and I'm always
what
like,
do you think I just caught on?
And genuinely, I know this is annoying because people will say this to me and I'm like, shut the fuck up. But I do not see a difference on your right versus left.
I don't see a difference on your right,
okay.
But the way
to
that
each their own.
The way I feel so specifically about the right side of my face.
That. We decided a good compromise is to switch each
every
episode.
week. Yeah.
Unless you want to like go back to that whole like you were so confident and secure with yourself when you were like on the right each side.
No, I was just throwing up in my own mouth about it.
So admirable, honestly.
You can't manipulate me back.
I'm gonna gaslight you back onto the right side. Yes. No, like I like to think I'm a secure person until I look at the right side of my face.
I think the point is we all think each other are beautiful. But if you feel such a way about yourself and then someone else says, oh, I feel this way about myself, it doesn't really help to like invalidate what they're feeling, because like you don't like when they invalidate you. You're just because you can't see it doesn't mean that I don't feel that about myself.
True. Okay, let's get into that.
Okay, let's get into the episode.
So we want to kick it off. We have some great things coming up. Some really good recommendations, some really good lover war questions that are gonna get us all in the summer mood.
Oh yeah.
But we have an emergency state of the union that we need to discuss. I'll let you explain it because it's your state of the union.
Oh my God. Basically, I posted a video to TikTok. Literally FML. I posted a video to TikTok.
That's all.
And it was like a vlog of me making this dress for a wedding I was in. And I put it on Instagram first. This is what's so sad about it. This is so sad. I am so, and I've told you this a million times, I do all these things and I like will make stuff all the time and like whatever, but I get so invested in what I'm doing that like I become very bad at my whatever you want to call it, day job. Like I won't film it or edit it or put it together or post it because I just am like so in the moment of like whatever I'm doing.
Present.
And so I was so proud of myself that I fully filmed the stages of this process, that I finished it. I loved it. I went through and I edited it, and then I had the courage to post it.
Mind you, I'm going to interject throughout your story because from my POV, I was proud of you too because I think I'm a pusher, Katie. I'm a pusher. Name that movie. But I'm a pusher to you to post content solely because you're one of those people in my life who have such a cool aesthetic life. I do it to other friends too who aren't even content creators, but you the most because A, you're a content creator, and B, you make really cool things. You have a really cool aesthetic life selfishly because I'm like, I want to learn how to fucking make a dress. Not that I'm ever gonna, I could never with the math and the sewing machine, but solely because it's cool. It's cool, and I want to see it. I know people will want to see it. So I'm like, yes. I'm like, I remember you came back. You were like, I made a dress for Ashlyn's wedding.
Yeah,
Ashlyn, right? I'm like getting all your friends mixed up. All your many friends. And I was like, that's so freaking sick. Like, you need to show off the process. Go on.
Yeah. So I did. And I posted it, and I literally woke up. I was like, this is so, some of you are going to laugh at me, but I literally like said a prayer to myself, and I was like, thank you for giving me like the courage to post that. Like,
again, you're putting your work out into the world, your creativity, your work. It's a vulnerable process.
Right. And so I just wasn't expecting like the response that I got. So I put it on TikTok and it was fine. And then I made a second video on TikTok, and I was like, listen, I'm already scared of TikTok, but like sometimes you just have to do what you're scared of anyways. And so I made a second video about it, and I was like, this is an opportunity for me to like play off some content that I have and like see what works. It got on the wrong side of TikTok, and it's right now, this video about this dress is at like 3.3 million views.
And I would call that viral.
It's 99% people ripping me to shreds. Like, it's so nasty. This is what gets me. First of all, Instagram is a place where people know how to troll with manners. Like, people troll on Instagram in a way that like, you've got to learn how to laugh at yourself. I am great at laughing at myself. I'm good at self-deprecating humor, like whatever it is. Like, I'm fine with that. Instagram, pop off for that. TikTok is a place that is almost like Spawn of Satan level humor.
People will, instead of finding something to compliment you on, will actually try to take you down sometimes.
Right. It's dehumanizing.
I mean, and sometimes I've seen this on Instagram too. I agree, for the most part, it seems to be a more respectful place.
Yeah.
But I've gotten into some pockets on Instagram we won't even go into.
Right.
With some of the videos that have gotten more attention that people just like disagree with. My thing is, you don't have to like the dress, but you are a girl who did absolutely nothing to hurt anyone else.
Right.
Nothing wrong. You were simply showing off a creative skill, admitting in the video, saying, this is my first time. I know it's not perfect, blah, blah, blah. I mean, to the naked eye, to me, who I could never pick up a sewing machine in my life and make a dress and map out with math. That's why I said on your Instagram, I was like, this is too much math for me, because it's an inside joke. We always say how I can't do fast math or written anymore. I used to be good at it in school, but beside the point, you're a girl who wasn't hurting anybody. You're being vulnerable and sharing a fun video with the world.
Yeah.
Honestly, to anybody that has anything negative to say about it, fuck so far off. Okay? I will literally, I just was like, dumbfounded. It's the people that, like, if I see a comment that's like, hey girl, like, I'm a seamstress and blah blah blah, this is beautiful, maybe try a tip, whatever.
A tip is fantastic.
We love that.
I love a tip. I know how to make fun of myself just as much as the next person.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, you don't have to be dehumanizing to the group where you feel like you can blend in with the masses, because at the end of the day, that is what does it. Like I fear that people fail to comprehend this, that like blending in with the masses doesn't protect you from making an impact on a person. Like the mass commentary is the impact. Like if somebody makes one comment, that's fine. Like, listen, you're not going to change my mind about how I feel about the dress. I went to bed last night and I looked at John and I was like, I'm so confused. Like I still look at it and I'm like, this dress is sick.
Also, one comment we do need to discuss that I was seeing a lot of on the video. We're airing it all out.
The friend comment?
This gives me the fact that people were like, what is the bride? She must be a really good friend. I was like,
okay, so those are the comments. Actually, that's what I want to say. Those are the ones that bothered me. Like, you say whatever you want to say about the dress. Like, seriously, like, first of all, it's not my first time sewing anything. Like, climb out of the rock that you live under. Yeah. Like, I've designed stuff before.
Own a sewing machine.
Just because I'm like sewing something on my own, and like for the freaking record, the majority of designers don't sew their own product.
Yeah.
So like,
I thought it was a cool, like solely any backlash aside, I was like, this is so fucking cool. Mike literally saw it, goes, wait, this is so fucking cool. Caroline made a dress. That's sick.
It's like, just like that. Those commentaries,
where, like I love women more than men, obviously, but like unfortunately, the main people criticizing you were the women, and that is so disappointing. It's like where like a man would look at it and be like, why am I like not talking in English? A man would look at it and be like, that's cool. Like she made a dress. Girl made a dress.
Even John's like, listen, if it's not somebody's style, like whatever, like it doesn't matter. And even John was like, when you originally were doing this, I was like, I'm trying to understand the design. And he's like, but like this is something that you always do, and then it's always right before it comes out, like as a trend or like whatever. Like that's beside the point. Anybody that's gonna design is never gonna like have like all this like praise from people on like what they're thinking of, whatever. So like if you want to criticize that, go ahead. I don't care. If you want to criticize my sewing capabilities, go ahead. I don't care. That's not going to make or break me. Like some people just say the most, like there were so many people mocking me, being like quoting what they think people at the wedding would have said, like behind my back and stuff. And
that's much time. Get a job.
I feel like that's a little hurtful. And then the most hurtful thing is the attacking the character, like attacking that like you're a terrible friend is like really hard.
Those comments come from the insecure people, because they're putting themselves in the bride's shoes and they're saying, oh, what did the bride think about this? What did the bride say about this? Did she care? You quote ruined photos?
Yeah, you ruined all of her photos. Beautiful. This is why she's never going to talk to you again.
But this is the age-old question we've gotten from brides before. Like, should I care if my bridesmaid has a lot of tattoos, or should I care if my bridesmaid paints her nails black instead of tan? And that's why my answer is always like, what? You're the bride. You shouldn't care if your bridesmaid shaves her head before the wedding. As if you love her and if you're a good friend, you will love her regardless of what she looks like in the wedding. That said, I'm assuming Ashlyn said, girls, blue dresses, here's the color scheme. I saw some patterns.
I mean, I've got to specifically talk to Ashlyn about this, but like, she knew what I was doing. Yeah. Like, I did the color scheme with her. Yeah. Like, I didn't, like,
you didn't wear red.
Right, like everything. Also, like, it's just so annoying. People be like, the maid of honor. I was one of the maids of honor, so just like actually
and you
fuck
you
off.
Were on your knees helping tie the dress. I saw photos of that.
I'm in the back because I'm helping with the dress. I'm in the back because I'm not trying to push to the front to be in all the photos, because I care more about my friend getting what she needs in that moment, which is like her dress fluffed or bustled or held. It was raining that day, so it's not in the mud, so that her veil's not touching anything that could ruin it. Like her dress was getting dirty, and I was like so aware of it. And when she saw it, she was like, oh my God, it's getting dirty. It's like, like let's make a bigger effort to make sure that this like doesn't happen. So like I don't need to be in the front of the photos.
Because maybe those comments angered me the most too, because I know you're a good friend, and I saw one or two that were like, imagine like making your friend's wedding day about you and doing that. No,
right.
I know for a fact. I wasn't even there, but I know you made this dress. You probably got some girls saying like, "Hey, Caroline, that's so cool. You made the dress. Congrats! Like that's awesome. You made your own dress." Like,
right.
And you were probably like, "Thank you, yeah." Like chatted about it.
But like, let's talk about Ashlyn's dress.
Yeah,
like that's not how it went down.
I know you, and I know you wouldn't intentionally try to make your friend's wedding about you. Yeah, by simply making your own dress.
I also just don't have the tolerance for like, I get very triggered by like mean girl commentary, and I think that's what a lot of it was. And I just think that a lot of people should could stand to think about like what they're saying publicly. Like, be normal and DM it to your friend and talk shit there.
Yeah.
Be normal and send the link to your group chat and talk shit there. But like, I really have such an issue with people that make passive aggressive backhanded comments as if like, and I think this is very insulting for me, and I'm sure other people too. You know when someone's talking to you and they think that you're too stupid to pick up on the fact that they're offending you?
Yeah.
That is that's the type of girl energy that I've literally never been able to stand. Like, I can't look past it. And so it makes me so overwhelmed. And yesterday, as I was sitting in a coffee shop working, I literally go to this video and I'm like, oh my God, I see everything that's happening. And it's just something that's really frustrating because yes, I have the capability to like filter all these comments through my head and be like, it's okay. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
like, you put it online. That's, people will say you signed up for it, whatever it is. At the end of the day, it's just a human response to be flooded with like so much frustration or so many feelings of being overwhelmed that
people are coming at you.
Right. That the only natural human response is to get overwhelmed to a point where you like don't know what you're feeling or what to do with those feelings, and then you just start to cry.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
And that sucks. I knew you were upset. That's why I was like, listen, anybody who takes risks is going to get backlash for, like, that's how the greatest become great. You take a risk. Not everybody likes your work. You get backlash. I told the fifth graders this when I was talking about being a social media influencer. I was like, listen, your work is out there for the world to critique. It's the only job that truly your work is on blast. Not the only, because I guess if you're like a movie producer and whatnot. It's a job that your work is on blast for millions to see, potentially. And that is just the risk that and people on the internet are just unfortunately mean sometimes because they're insecure with themselves.
I think, critiquing's fine. It's just, honestly, like, a lot of TikTok videos, especially mine, because I significantly pulled back from posting. I know this about myself. Like, I cannot engage in like that type of commentary because I am very sensitive, and I made a decision a long time ago that I wasn't going to let it not let me do what I do. Good. But like, I'm still allowed
Don't let it.
Right. I'm still allowed to like,
don't let it stop you.
Yeah. I'm not going to get bullied into not doing it because I don't have a thick enough skin, but I'm going to have to figure out what works for me. And so like, not engaging in that type of commentary is like where I have to draw the line, like whatever. But like, honestly, like, there are so many videos that go to a place to die on TikTok. They get no views, whatever. Like, it would honestly be better if you just like refrained from being nasty and just like let the video die.
Past if you don't,
you know what I mean? But like using somebody as like an opportunity to catapult like really dark, nasty humor is and like, find your humor somewhere else.
Unfortunately, like, you know, the Mark Zuckerbergs and the people who build these social media platforms, we're thankful to, obviously, because it's become our career. But at the same time, there's features of them, like the liking of the comments, that are supposed to be used, and I'm sure intended to be used for good, but they, by mean people, get used for bad. So it's like, if there's a mean comment and 10,000 people like it, that's like, some people, that hurts harder.
No, it hurts harder. Like, some people just shouldn't be allowed to use the internet. They have to turn on like the anti-bullying protection thing on my video.
At least they have that.
At least they have that. They didn't.
But like, that's so sad. Also, I need to bring this up. I wrote this down in my notes. I don't even need my notes. They're in my head at this point. The toast with Claudia and Jackie Oshry. I listen to that sometimes. They brought up a really good point a couple weeks ago or whatever that my friend and I were talking about. They were like, influencing is the only career that women are actually making more than men. The only industry, the only career. Yeah. Like, and so it's this like weird internalized misogyny that comes out of men, women, etc., that we have to tear other influencers down left and right. It's like, can we just let girly influencers live, for the fucking love of God? Like, let us make more than men. Let us have our industry. If you don't like the content, scroll past. Don't follow. Stop coming for the jugular and let us live. It's truly I'm not even the one who got critiqued in the video. But like, fuck, it's such a
double effing standard. Like, these people could not take one nasty thing said about them, but they feel the right to say a million nasty things. And again, I literally was saying this to John last night. I was like, I have a very strong sense of self-worth. Like, I have to. Like, I always have had to. I've always had, like, bizarre creative interests that I felt like someone else might not understand and, like, whatever. And it would be really such a shame to just, like, assimilate into the world that everybody else lives in because you're, like, embarrassed of how your brain works or what your ideas are. Like, I have a strong sense of self-worth. When I say I want to be a designer, like, maybe living in New York, it's not as laughable, but, like, growing up, we're, like, in Charleston, South Carolina, that's such a laughable thing to say. Like, I'm used to being laughed at. Like, go off, pop off. But I have such a really difficult time when people come after my character, like the people that I love or what my intentions are. And I think that's why I've run into a problem with the bullying every single time. And, like, not to be really annoying, but it's just like, you must not believe in anything. Like, you must have, like, zero moral high ground. You must have zero faith because, like, the way that you show that you treat people and the way that you can spend so much time trying to dehumanize somebody just for, like, a giggle. Everyone loves to say it's a harmless comment, but if you've ever, you know, I'm not assuming that you guys are, like, hopefully
it's not the listeners, by the way. If you're listening, the Honey We're Home is supportive.
But I'm like, as like a project, if you wanted to see this, because I'm hoping that nobody listening has, like, gotten hate comments, but, like, if you went to someone's video where, like, they were getting, like, a lot of stuff that you felt was, like, below the belt, if you were to find if the author of the video ever responded, you would notice that the same people that made the initial comment that would say, chill, it's just a comment, you know, it's just fun and games, it's just jokes, are the same ones that love when you get upset and go back for more. So I would argue that is not fun and games. Like, you're actually trying to incite a riot with that person and with a huge mass of millions of people because you're getting joy out of bringing somebody down. And, like, yes, that person might be strong enough to pick themselves back up, but, like, why should they have to?
Yeah. I can't even relate. I'm having a hard time even, like, I don't know. I've seen plenty of things that I dislike on the internet. It's like, literally be a normal person and talk shit to your friend.
Yeah. I don't care if you talk shit about me. I really don't. Like, I expect that you do, honestly. But, like, just do it like a normal human being and don't do it in front of the person. So that's that. The last thing I'll say is I made a response little video, which was funny. But, like, I did it and then I started monitoring it really closely because I was like, the people that really, like, want to come for blood are going to come from video 1 and comment something mean again on video 2. But now I know it's coming, so, like, that I, like, just blocked everybody. Like, I just was, like, going through those comments and I was like, this is how I'm going to find, like, the real trolls. And then I just went and I was like, they don't even know. I was like, they just think that they're having the time of their lives, and I was like baiting them there to just get them gone.
You handled it well. You embraced it. You owned it. You used humor, which is always the best mechanism, as we know. And
unfortunately, though, you shouldn't have to be self-deprecating to, like, get over it.
Don't let the haters stop you from doing your thing.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm, like, really quoting Mean Girls this entire episode. The internet can be a nasty place. Go to your, not even us, you guys, but those of you listening, go. I know influencers can be annoying as fuck sometimes, trust me, us included. Like, we know, we're self-aware. It's a crazy, weird industry. It's new, it's whatever. But at the same time, like, we're all out here just trying to earn a buck for our future families and for ourselves. And like, I don't know. It's just like, let everyone live. Nobody's coming after, you know, I'm not even saying that to you guys, because you guys listening, we love. And the honeys,
it does make the support a lot louder, though. If that, like, when people are mean to you, like, it makes you very appreciative for the people that aren't. Yeah, everyone's human. Like, I'm gonna speak for myself as someone who, like, follows influencers. Like, I'm sure if I really thought about it, like, there's not a single person that I follow where, like, I've had to think that, like, every outfit, like, was my taste or, like, everything they did. But, like, I appreciate the fact that, like, I like, choose people to follow, or I choose my friends, like, the same way you choose your friend. It's sort of like with the incentive not to rip them to shreds. Like the incentive isn't to like bring them down or like see them fail, and the incentive isn't to like make sure that everything they do is perfect, otherwise they're like not worthy of like like your attention or whatever it is. So I think that when you see so many people that are like that, it makes you very appreciative for the people out there that like
are genuinely supportive.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I find myself actually being so much more of a more successful person, gaining more money, more success, more genuine happiness in my life when I can genuinely just be happy for others instead of jealous. And when I can actually support others, like that karma comes back around. When you give love and give support to others, it truly, it's going to make me cry.
Don't cry. I've been trying not to cry this whole episode.
I know. Why are we so emotional?
I don't know. Something's wrong.
Hormones. We're about to start.
Well,
either one of us is
I have to let you know something, that our cycle is switching.
What?
Our cycle is switching. I like got my migraine last week. It was out of turn, and then my acupuncturist was your cycle's switching, and the only way my cycle is switching is if your cycle's switching. So I'm just letting you know now.
End of the rant. We've spent the whole half episode doing that, but honestly, like that needed some attention because it brings you into. It ladders into other. I'm sure like those of you listening, we've gotten emails about you guys having like mean girl problems left and right. Those are some of our most popular episodes. So unfortunately, Caroline experienced it first fucking hand, except for in front of 3.5 million people. Don't let the haters stop you from doing your thing.
Just be nice. And if you're gonna be mean, do it behind closed freaking doors like everybody else.
Also, if you're wondering our take on the whole like, does the bride care? No.
Oh yeah.
If you're a good friend, no, bride doesn't care what you fucking wear. Unless she said, it'd be different if Ashlyn was like, I want you all in this same dress or these like
oh my gosh, yeah.
Like if you went rogue. But guess what? Like get bigger fish to fry. My mom used to always say that. I have bigger fish to fry. Yeah. And I live my life by that saying. If I ever feel like I'm fretting over something that A, doesn't affect me, B, shouldn't affect or concern me, I'm like, what are you doing, Nicole? Like you have bigger fish to fry.
Right.
You know?
I think that's a good point.
Anywho.
Be nice and focus on your bigger fish.
Okay, some fun like recs and things. Oh, I have some quick updates.
Okay, yeah.
This is like very relevant to this audience listening. Baby showers.
Yeah.
I realized you're getting older when you start getting into graduating from the bridal shower era. I'm definitely still going to have a couple more of those, my friends that are getting engaged. But I'm getting into baby shower territory, okay? I'm 31.
What is the difference? I went to my first baby shower and I got way too drunk. And I feel like that is so terrible.
So here's the thing.
It was on accident.
I've been to a couple at this point from like cousins, family, my sister way back in the day. Like, it has a similar tone actually. The etiquette is definitely a lot fuzzier. Like,
yeah, the etiquette is what's considered. Yeah,
I called my sister the morning of this past weekend's, and I was like, I have a couple baby shower questions. I'm so ill prepared. I felt so ill prepared. Poor Delani, if you're listening, the mother of the shower, great sport. I was like, First of all, this is something I do with baby showers for some reason. I wait until the last minute to order the gift, so I have the slim pickings.
I do that too.
On the registry.
I do that too.
And then I was like, how much are we? Let's talk money, baby. How much are we spending? I used to think we were spending $150 to $200 per person on a baby shower gift. And my neighbor last summer. No, my neighbor and friend was like
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say normal.
No, that's crazy.
My neighbor was like, "What are you doing?"
Per person? Do you mean like
I would buy you? Well, you because we were one of my good friends, but like any typical friend. Like we went to my neighbors who I'm friends with.
What do you mean per baby shower, or like because there are like if they're married, like it's $300?
No, per baby shower.
Okay.
Which is still too much.
It's still too much.
And my neighbor goes, Nicole, what? We can split a gift for our other neighbor. The two of us, she goes, we can split this one. It comes to $75 total. That's like 30 something per person. That is fine. And I was like, really? Are you sure?
Also because I think that my experience was like a lot of people are getting stuff that's on the registry but not marking it as purchased off the registry, especially with the bigger stuff.
Yeah, you gotta click that.
So it's kind of like messy waters.
Everybody, I feel like, uses Baby List.
Yes,
the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
We gotta write.
Okay, so we have to remember that.
Something different, but I don't like how on Baby List you do have to check purchased.
Okay, so I definitely don't think it has to be 150, like unless it's someone that you're like so close to.
Yeah.
And then also like talk to their siblings and parents and spouse or whatever to see like at that price level, like what would be the most beneficial for them to have.
Yeah.
But I think like in general, a great thing about them is probably that like the baby grows so fast so that like they don't want to have to spend the majority of their money on things that the baby can only wear for like a few months of their lives.
Yeah.
And so
it's
maybe
like
that's where it's more helpful to like help cost supplement in that area so that they can buy things that like will be used for all of infantry and then maybe the second and third baby too.
Yeah. I'm just saying, moms out there, put a good amount of under 100 stuff on your list, because I've gone on some registries where it's like the only gifts. Well, and also I'm waiting till the last second, so that's on me.
It's the last second thing is my problem too. I think we'll get better at it.
One of these days, I'm gonna be that woman who shows up to the baby shower. I'm just laughing because picture me doing this. Shows up to the baby shower with the nice cake formation made out of diapers and all this. Like, I've seen those ladies at the shower, and I'm always like, oh, I want to be you. I want to be you. No, so another etiquette thing. If you buy the gift before, so I bought Delaney's gift earlier that week. I said, it ain't gonna get here in time, so I'm gonna send it to the couple's address.
Yeah.
Which I think they include for that reason.
I did that too. Is that wrong?
Well, so I think,
but I was kind of embarrassed that I didn't have a gift. Okay, one thing that's different is they open it in front of you.
Well, she didn't at this one. I think that's more of like, I think some people still do that, but I think a lot of showers, kind of like the bridal shower, they're kind of doing away with that. I think sent it to her house, and then I was like, but I don't want to show up to the shower quite literally empty-handed, because that just feels weird. So Jenna's like, we'll get a card. So I get the card, but then I was like, oh, it'd be actually really... Ding, ding, ding. It'd be really nice if I got a little children's book.
Yeah.
A couple bucks. And then I just didn't have time because I was going to run to a store on the way. And that didn't happen. It was
baby showers, you can't. I learned it the hard way too. I don't think you can do a baby shower gift last minute. I won't do it again because I felt like I just could have done way better.
Yeah.
And I felt like there are so many children's stores, especially in my block. I didn't really realize like still how difficult it is to like find what you're looking for. Like even like the normal books that you would like want to get, or like your favorite childhood book, like you would assume that that's easy to find.
Yeah.
It's kind of not.
Well, and my thing with gifts for other people, it's clearly not a love language of mine, giving gifts, because I'm bad at it, but I'm trying to be better about it. And I have found when I don't procrastinate getting the gift, life is so much better. I know that sounds like very obvious, but
no, I think that's just us growing up.
Just check it off the list. I don't know what about it. It's like, it's not like I'm like rubbing paycheck to paycheck together, but I'm like, just get the gift and it's another mental thing you don't have to worry about, Nicole. Like, just like get it now.
My other baby shower etiquette question is like, is there a maximum number of drinks that you're supposed to have?
I would say don't get blacked out at a baby shower.
Right.
I would keep it light.
Right. But like,
it depends what time of day the baby shower is.
Okay, but then some, I get nervous because some moms are like, I want you to have so much fun.
Yeah.
And then some moms are like annoyed, but I think you just have to like read the room.
Feel it out.
But it's
like
kind of
there was
stressful.
club music playing at the one I went to Saturday. I could have gotten wasted if I wanted, but
I'm going to do
tired.
Like a post baby shower.
Yeah, like I want to do a co-ed. I think I
want to do co-ed.
I'm going to my first co-ed baby shower this weekend.
Will you let us know how it is?
Back.
I think co-ed is great. I also think a baby shower, don't get me wrong, like I still love the idea of it, but I think it's kind of inconsiderate to like the mom and her state of being at that time, because like she's uncomfortable.
Delaney looked at me at one point and goes, "This is the most exhausting day I've ever had." She goes, "I'm overwhelmed and I'm exhausted."
Your
like,
hormones are hyped up, so then all these people being around you, you're hosting it. You really don't have the energy for it. Your body's not in the condition to it. Like your baby's pushing on your organs, your baby's pushing everywhere. You're probably later in your pregnancy by the time you get to this. Like you don't want to be on your feet. You probably like have heels on that you just can't wait to take off. And
not to mention, like, you probably had to foot a lot of the bill to
to do it.
to host this.
Yeah, I feel like it's
like you're paying as you're pregnant to host your friends.
There's got to be a different way to do it where like you still get that baby shower experience. It's like co-ed or maybe not co-ed, whatever you want. And then like do the traditional style baby shower like after the pregnancy when you're feeling like when you're trying to get your pink back. Yeah. That's a really good opportunity to help you get your pink back because you like.
What does that mean?
Getting your pink back. It's like when after you give birth, when you feel like you've like lost your like girlhood, like you don't feel like yourself.
That's you the saying for it.
Yeah, I've been seeing people say it, like Alison Kutch says it. She's like, I'm getting my pink back. Like there are all these things that moms will talk about online where they're like, this is what I'm doing to get my pink back. Like they just feel
I love that.
down and sad, or maybe it's postpartum and they just like don't feel
Jenna
pretty.
said it took her 2 years after Jackson.
So I think like a baby shower post birth could be helpful. I mean, I might be an idiot, but like think about it.
Then you have a little newborn.
But you don't have to do like the week after. Just do like a few months after. And it's like and people.
No, but I want them gifts.
People can
I want them gifts before.
That's why. Can you do both? Like one should be spa, like a spa situation.
Then it's not a shower. Not
that's
be
like
like
doing the
completely
shower.
knocking down every.
Do the shower after. Like do the shower when you can drink again. When you can go find a really cute dress and you can wear heels again.
I'm saying I want the shower before because I literally need you to buy me gifts.
But I think you would get gifts before too.
From just like people in your life.
Get gifts at the pre-thing. Have the second thing be a party, less gifts, but the same. Take the baby shower minus the gifts, the energy of it. Okay. Like where the mom is in a cute dress and there are photos and all the friends and family come and like whatever.
And do that a couple months
after. Have fun, but then do a previous event with like gifts.
Then you're just having 2 showers.
I think you kind of are, but like no one's expected to bring gifts to the second one.
I think that's a fun, cute idea, but the thing after the baby then is just like a party.
Yeah, but that's when everyone wants to meet the baby anyways, and you're overwhelmed. Yeah, and you're trying to like schedule everyone meeting the baby, and you're just like, actually give me a moment of peace. It would be easier if you were just like, here's a scheduled date when you can meet the baby in a month and a half.
I love that. That's a boundary who told me that? Brooke, I think, was like, when you have a baby, everybody's gonna try to just like come over and it gets really overwhelming. Like since she lives in like a house in Miami, she said everybody was like coming to stay with them and she was like, not only was I nursing my newborn, I was hosting visitors left and right. The system is broken. That's a good idea for like
the system is so broken. Yeah. Who made this system?
Yeah. No, but the baby shower aspect though, like before, I'm a full fan. I just think there's little things you can do to make it more fun for the guests and for yourself. I don't really want to feel like you should be sitting. Gifts.
I don't want to open gifts either, but like, I don't even know if that's like like you should be able to be on your butt all day. You should be able to sit all day.
And I'm sure some do. Like Delaney was up and about being a good host, but I'm sure
I've never seen anybody do that.
I'm sure some pregnant women just plop down and say like, you come to me like on a throne. I'll probably
do you know whose baby shower is like that? The Kardashians, Kourtney Kardashian, when she like had her baby shower for her and Travis Barker's because she had like had COVID. Yeah. So she just like sat on a chair in the back. But I think she was like, this is actually so nice.
Yeah. Just like come up to me as if I'm the queen. I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So did you watch the video of Prince William dancing at the Eras tour?
Yeah. And by the time this episode comes out, it'll be like a week later.
But did you see it?
Yes.
And was it not hilarious?
No, he was shaking it. It's a TikTok video, guys. If you haven't seen it, just Google
Prince William at the Eras tour.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody move like a nerdier animated character.
Yeah. I saw one comment that was like, he's just being an ultimate dad, which is funny for him because we always see him like stiff in the public eye at these like official events.
It's giving posh British lad cuts loose.
Yeah. That was funny.
Just the arms. I couldn't get over the arms.
When in doubt, a dad is a dad. You know?
He looks like he's like waxing on, waxing off with his arms. He's like...
He was really just like letting loose. And like leave it to Taylor Swift to bring that out of him, you know?
Yeah. What a queen.
Like Taylor Swift does unite everyone. What about her bringing Travis on? I still haven't watched the performance.
I was watching it.
All I saw is that he carried
I was watching
away.
it. I heard this was happening, so I went to find a live on TikTok. This is wild. Like, I'm getting all this like hate on TikTok. So I'm literally at a coffee shop crying while also watching live on.
You're like, but Taylor Swift will get me
I was
through.
trying to distract myself. It was really cute. I thought it was really cute.
At a coffee shop crying.
It was kind of sad.
You don't watch House of the Dragon, do you?
I don't, but John does.
That would be a really fun thing for the two of you to watch together.
It would be, and I think you've told him this before, to start over with me.
Yeah, Mike.
And he won't do it.
Oh, Mike.
So that's my ick of the week. He won't start over with me because he can't watch things twice. And I think that that's a sacrifice that he should be willing to make for his wife.
The amount of times my poor husband has had to watch things, not even twice, quadruple times. I'm like, at this point, you could recite every word of the show.
Mike is a saint.
I fall asleep. I get sidetracked. I'll be like, wait, can you rewind that 10 minutes ago? And he's like, dear God, but he always does it. And
John won't do it. It's so rude now that we're discussing this.
oh no, Mike is, when it comes to like shows, I actually got a ton of DMs yesterday of like my followers, my sister, people being like, I'm actually like really jealous of how Mike is being right now. Like Mike's being really hot, literally. Because I didn't even realize, because this is just him, not me like sitting here.
Nothing's better than when your sister says your husband's hot.
She was like, wait, this is like so not fair. Like Ben doesn't do this for me. He was like getting really into watching House of the Dragon with me, and he got like a popcorn bucket. He got these like lemon cookies. He had a whole snack lineup.
My version of this is John thinks that like he has this idea that if I would just sit down and watch his anime shows with him, I would love them. Like
anime?
No, like
I feel like this is ringing a bell. I almost remember being like, what the fuck?
Anytime he has it on and I stop I don't do this anymore because it has gotten me into deep trouble. I stop for like half a second to like see what he's watching.
Is it a cartoon?
Yeah, it's like a cartoon.
That's weird.
It's such a guy thing. It's so weird.
No, I don't even think that's a guy thing.
It is a guy thing. Have I told you guys this before, that my sisters, when they feel like trolling John, they came up with this phrase like 7 years ago, and they'll be like, I'm John and I have the power of God and anime on my side, and then they'll do the like anime run and like imitate him. Like I had to look it up, but it's like this weird run where you're like,
I don't like, it's giving like Pokemon. I used to like that when I was 10.
that is literally what it gives. And so my version of this is that like John thinks that if I were to ever sit down on the couch with him and like watch it, or anytime I stop and like look at the TV, he like pauses it and it's like, do you want to sit down with me? It's like he thinks that like I'm gonna like join this world with him.
That's Mike
I'm
with
not gonna do it
for me.
I'm not gonna do it.
But
You're not.
Sports is like a better entry. Like I'd rather enter into sports than
You're
anime.
not going to talk me into this. It can't be done.
Well, that's like you asking him to
watch the Eras movie with me.
Yeah. Well, I wish we could talk about the relationship themes in House of the Dragon, but we can't because you. Oh, let's just
go
say there's
ahead.
like toxic men. Like there's this one guy, Sir Kristen Cole. Those of you who watch will know, where Rhaenyra, the main character, like rejected him because he literally wanted her to run away to a foreign land with her and like forget her family and friends and everything. And she was like, "Sorry, no, I care about my duty here and like my job."
Manipulation at its best.
And he got so mad, he decided to like fuck her enemy and wants her dead now. Like literally.
Wait.
That might be a spoiler. Whatever,
wait, did you say? Like he slept with her?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but then she rejected him, and so
he slept with her enemy.
Yeah, and then is sleeping currently with her enemy and wants her, the one who rejected him, dead. So I'm just saying, like, men can never just like a woman would never, you know. The last quick update, the show Presumed Innocent.
No, literally no thank you.
And here's why I'm talking about shows randomly.
I can talk about shows too, but I went to go start that show after you were like, you guys need to watch it. I couldn't even get through the trailer. I'm so sorry. Like it's so. Why does everybody want to watch people get murdered all the time?
You need to grow up.
The world is such a dark place.
You need to grow up.
Like this is not what I wake up wanting to do. Is like this stuff happens in real ass life.
Yeah, and then we'll have nightmares after. But no.
Yeah, like do you guys not get nightmares from this? Is this? Or
no,
we're not all
I'm
experiencing the same thing.
And I like the plot of a good show. Just watch it, you guys. Trust me. Watch it. It's so good. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I saw a TikTok that I agreed with. This girl was like, there's no better feeling than having a good show. And I would take it a step further and say, there's no better feeling than having a good show with your partner, which Mike and I have been on very different life schedules lately and been running in different directions.
But you've been watching shows a lot together.
So now we have these two that we're watching together. And
yeah.
While I will stand by the fact that shows are not a date night, and we've talked about this,
yeah,
it still is a little way to bond.
It is. Do you know who said that they're the least intimate thing that you can do? And I keep thinking about this. Is Jay Shetty said that?
Yeah.
I don't agree though. I don't agree that it's the least intimate thing that you can do.
I don't think he said. I think you're misquoting.
No, he said that. He was like, he was like that. There's no bonding involved. Like it's not intimate at all. Like that's not. But I think that it is. It's not a date night.
I think some men will try to like write it off as that date.
Yes,
night
and it's not a date night. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. It's not a date night. But think about the people in your life that would literally just come over and just watch a show with you. And like, I'm not even just who would, but like who you would want to. And the only people that you would want to do that with are the people that like their presence is like so safe and comforting and calming that like it would be fun. So like it's not, I don't think that it's
a way to bond.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that's like unintimate. Like I think that you have to get to a point of intimacy to even like want to do that, but it does not count as a date night.
Well, and then when you've been married or together for 9 years, you need some fodder once in a while to discuss. So then like with Mike and I watching a show, we'll not only watch the show, then we'll go on 7 different deep dives down YouTube rabbit holes together and like look up the signs and discuss the theories, and it becomes a fun little activity.
I agree with you. It is a fun activity. I like having a show together. I just can't do, like, we just finished Acapulco.
Never even heard of it.
See, like that, like Ted Lasso is more my vibe.
Oh, Mike's been binging Ted Lasso and keeps saying
so like Ted Lasso is for me. Murders for other people.
No, I like a dark show and I like a plot. Like I'm waiting for episode 4 to come out of that show. By the time this episode comes out,
but did you watch season 3 of Bridgerton?
No.
Oh, see, we're on such different vibes.
I fell off of Bridgerton from like after season 1, but I was enjoying it.
This season was really, really good.
I know. Maybe I'll do that next. Because I loved season 1. I like made content off of it. My before versus after watching Bridgerton. I like dressed up.
Wait, this season was really good, and I felt like the most happened in this season. We won't talk about it in case you do want to watch it. Okay. Let's do our Recs of the week.
Okay, this is just a quick little thing. Summer food is really fun. I love like a salad with fruits in it. My go-to salad, it's so easy, you guys. Make a meatball at the beginning of the week on a Sunday. Make meatballs, make some ground beef, make some chicken, whatever meat you want to go with, whatever protein. If you're vegetarian, do a protein, do a tofu, I don't know. Some chickpeas, but you just grab a hunk of arugula, you shove it in a bowl, chop up some radishes, cucumber, pepper, olives, diced pickle. Pickle is key. Dill pickle, no other one, or else you're a psychopath. Banana peppers. And then you gotta have a dollop of the vegan tzatziki from Trader Joe's. And Trader Joe's chili onion crunch. Not too much.
This sounds great.
So, and then the Olivia Wilde salad dressing, which I still make to this day every other day, ever since it came out. It's literally just Dijon mustard mixed with red wine vinegar and a shit ton of olive oil. It's those 3 ingredients. You do a little bit of that, and it truly
say that again.
Best.
Dijon mustard, olive oil, and a lot of olive oil.
Like 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of
red wine vinegar,
and then like It's like a lot of olive oil. Look it up, but it's I could
like start slow and add more.
Yeah, you just keep stirring. You got to stir as you're pouring the olive oil in the whole time, and it gets to be this like creamy vinaigrette. TBD if it's good for you or not, because that is a lot of oil. But all of this in a bowl is just like going to be what I eat.
You could do
every
avocado
day.
oil if you needed to.
I tried it once and it didn't. It wasn't
so
the same.
don't do that. Okay, that sounds really good.
Yeah, it's just gonna. I mean, I figured that could be my rec this week because I will be eating it every day.
Do you eat it for lunch?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And it's easy for us, like girlies that don't like to cook. It's just putting a bunch of stuff in a bowl.
I'm not cooking my lunch. I tried to explain this to John. Like, we'll go to the grocery store. I like pickles. I feel like I've said this before. I love pickles. There's a huge pickle bar at our grocery store. And so I will get a bunch of pickles and I will do like a turkey provolone pickle wrap for lunch each day. And they took the pickle bar out. So I'm currently in crisis. Like, I cannot figure out what to eat for lunch that I don't have to cook, that has protein. And so he's like not understanding. And I don't think that people get it, that like don't eat every single meal from like home every day. It's like, I also we don't have a dishwasher. Like, I wash everything by hand. Like,
laborious.
I don't want to cook for lunch every day. And when I do, that's how I get sucked into ordering.
Tuna.
Oh, good idea. I like tuna.
Chop up pickles.
I needed to talk to somebody that gets it.
Yeah.
He didn't get it.
Because it's easy. You're still making it, so you still feel like
I'll throw it together, but I don't want...
I don't need to saute in a pan.
You know how like when all of your meetings and things like annoyingly like fall right around like lunchtime?
Yes.
And then you get to a point where you're like actually famished and starving, and then the only thing you have is something you have to cook, and you're like, I'm not doing that, and then you just end up like going and getting a sandwich or like ordering something or just like starving yourself. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah.
That's why you need a no cook lunch.
It's all about the prepping. Like this stuff you prep. So
you could do that.
Yeah.
A no cook lunch is the best way to like keep eating while at home.
Share your no cook lunch recipes with us,
please.
You guys.
I did try to Google it.
The prep on Sunday no cook lunches.
Yeah, but it has to be like that's an easy prep because it doesn't require.
Yeah. As long as the meat is cooked, which like TBH I'm not doing. Like that's a Mike job.
Yeah,
and he does it on a Sunday.
Right.
So then, or like throughout the week, I don't know. He cooks his meat whenever he wants. I just eat it. Sounded like a weird sexual thing.
I can't with you sometimes. Okay.
What's yours?
Mine is a salted lemonade. You can spike it if you want to, but this is an obsession my aunt introduced me to when I was little. It's literally just an entire lemon squeezed, like 90% water and sea salt, and then ice. And you mix it together, and it's so incredible. I like salty stuff, so like just be aware. Yeah. But it's like if you were gonna make your own lemonade, but like it's like an adult lemonade, because it's like I don't ever like want like a sweet drink. I'm not that type of girl.
Yeah, me neither. Well, too sweet. This is like already
yeah. Like an Alani's sweet, but like
no, but this sounds so good. Also, this Celtic salt. You said sea salt, but my new obsession, I think it makes you glow and makes you beautiful, is Celtic salt. Beautiful. I'm like really not pronouncing words today. It's fine. Can you do any salt in it is my question?
Yeah. You could do any salt. I mean, I'm assuming like...
I'm becoming a salt snob.
I am too. I really only use Himalayan salt. We just ran out.
See, that's small potato. That's JV.
I want to do... There's the black salt. I learned actually comes from a coconut, so actually FML. Like, I can't have it.
That stains your teeth. Whenever I get a cocktail and it's black salt on the rim, I get so excited because it's like big. But then you lick it and your whole mouth's black.
Ew.
And I
can't have it anyways. So Celtic salt?
Celtic salt. Abby Buffo shared a video of it. She's an influencer that lives in the city. And she was like, this is like a hidden beauty secret that a lot of people don't know about.
Where do you get it?
It helps hydrate you. Amazon, I'll send you a link.
Okay, I'll get it.
And so I want to sprinkle that in there because it helps you retain more water and moisture. I don't know. I'm probably just like speaking out my ass. But
okay, so if you do it with Celtic salt, it's probably make you glow more.
Yeah.
But it's one whole lemon squeezed in, ice, water the rest of the way, and salt. And like it's actually so freaking refreshing. Like I can't get enough of it. Like it just feels like summer and it tastes like summer.
I'm gonna make it when I get home.
And it's so good. And I learned last year over the 4th, that if you put vodka in it, like it's great. And so if you, I was like, actually, this is kind of like the lemon version of like a ranch water, because it's just like the ranch water is lime.
Invented ranch waters. You like every day you say the word ranch water.
But it is easy. It's like you don't need any. You only need lemons and salt to make your drink.
Yeah, I need to try this.
It's very low lift. It has no sugar in it. Like, and I discovered that when you put vodka in it, it really doesn't like taste different. You could just probably just do more lemon probably, but like, and it's still so refreshing. So you can like kind of elevate it to the next level on your like boat day or your beach day or whatever. Let's end with a few lover war scenarios. Okay. And then we will see you guys next Tuesday.
And guys, next Tuesday we'll it'll be more structured. This we kind of went all over the place for, but we're gonna do emails and such in the next episodes.
100%.
So you have that to look forward to.
Okay, lover war when he opens a beer at 10 a.m. on vacation. I said, or gluten yeast free drink in both of our situations.
Oh, at 10 a.m. is the
on vacation.
Oh, let him love.
Yeah, I kind of love it.
I'm doing it too.
I kind of love it. I'm not gonna lie. It like lets me know like you're actually on vacation.
Yeah,
like you're not worried about anything.
Unless
you're having a good time.
It and doing it every day.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not condoning that.
Yeah,
but if you're on vacation and he is like in the mood to like get a drink, like at brunch or like whatever, open a seltzer, I'm like, oh yeah, like you're checked out of the real world right now.
Yeah,
like it's like. That's like, I love that. I'm like, that's hot. Like you're having a good time.
Yeah. Crack it open.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, you do the next one.
Fine. Lover war, he won't play mermaids.
Because this I saw and it's so you. And I literally was like, this is
you.
This
you
is
wanted
one
to
of
delete it?
No, I almost deleted it.
I know.
I cringed. It made me cringe.
Yeah. You were upset at it. 100%. It made you embarrassed.
And at this point, we can be honest.
Yeah.
It's giving. Just did you say it already?
No,
she wrote,
won't play mermaids.
Lover war. He won't play mermaids.
I think it's rude.
First of all, I don't even know what mermaids is. Second of all,
I'm sorry.
If there was a 5-year-old with me, sure, I'd expect him to play mermaids.
Wait,
what the fuck is play mermaids?
John doesn't like. Just like play with me in the pool. Like the heck? Like if we're gonna play, okay. John, myself, and my youngest sister Claire. We play this game called Lifeguard, or you could call it like Dead Body if you wanted to be a little more.
Make no mistake, I love a game. I played one yesterday in the pool with Mike, but I'll explain what it was. It was more of an adult. That sounds like a.
Well, like
it was like he was holding me and I was asking him.
I was supposed to come to the pool with you yesterday, but you didn't text me back.
I know. We were only there.
FYI.
I did that thing where I like half invite. Mm-hmm. We were only there for literally 20 minutes. So
okay, what game did you play?
He was holding me like categories basically he holds
that's
you,
my least favorite. The category they dunk you
about him, and if I got the questions right, I stayed above water. If he
the dunk game we always play. If John stopped wanting to play that game, I'd be so concerned.
Yeah.
But I think that like if you have too much pride to get in the pool and play a freaking game, it's so annoying. Like, do you know how freeing it is to like play a game? And I think most guys don't want to do this. But like if I didn't have little sisters that like were so great at bullying, like John definitely would never, not once in his life, like play these games with us.
Yeah.
But we play Lifeguard, and essentially one person has to sink themselves like at the bottom of the pool on the other end.
Oh, and then get saved.
And then you get a time. It's a 3-person game. So there's one person above water and they're timing you. And so, okay, person A sinks themselves, timer goes off, they say go. Person B, who's at the other end of the pool, has to swim to get the person that's like at the bottom of the pool. And they have to get the person up from the bottom of the pool without touching the ground.
See, this to me is fun.
And then you are racing against the clock. So you're trying to beat each other's time.
I love that. I love a game with structures, but when I saw play mermaids, I was like, immediately no.
You should be able to, whatever. Most people don't want to do it.
I love a game with like structure and rules that like we can get into, but playing mermaids is just like splashing around.
You've never, okay, I feel so bad. You've never done this with your friends, like your girlfriends. I've done this on Ashton's bachelorette trip. I did this with like 10 girls that I just met.
What? You haven't told me what it is.
It's just like you go in the ocean or in the pool and you're just like You just
be silly.
Just do stuff like get in a circle and then kick your legs and then like make up a synchronized swimming dance.
Yes, I've
and
done
then,
that.
And then like come up with the mermaid game. Like,
okay, I've done
too,
that.
like,
Still vague about what the vague mermaid game is. I've
that's
done
just
that.
playing mermaids.
But
like,
I
would
would
think mermaids are just a bunch of pretty girls that swim in the water.
I didn't know we were labeling hanging out with our friends in a pool as playing mermaids.
Well, you're
but
not
now that
sitting
I know,
there sipping your seltzer. You're like it's
being
embarrassing.
silly.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
For the record, I've
Okay.
been silly with my friends in a pool.
Whatever. Move on.
Oh, this is a good relationship one that I feel like we'll end on. Okay, he wakes up on a Saturday in the summer, like instead of hanging out with the family, right? He goes to the gym and he spends like 2.5 hours at the gym. Love or war?
War.
So this is something Mike went to the gym recently on a Saturday. And like, Saturday is sacred time. We're spending it together. Nobody's working. He went to the gym in the morning before like the hours I wanted. But this was like a couple weeks ago. I had to go to the pool without him and just like wait. And thus like we were late. We didn't get a spot. It kind of like fucked up the whole day, honestly, because you wanted to go to the gym. And I was like, okay. So first of all, we got to put some boundaries on that. Like,
I don't like
fine
that.
If the man wants. Have we talked about this on the episode? I can't remember. But
I don't know.
I was just like, I think like, especially in the summer, more than ever, if your man is trying to go to the gym on a Saturday,
just communicate about it beforehand.
It's got to be between the hours of 5 a.m. and 8 a.m.
Or you both have to be doing it. Yeah. My problem isn't necessarily, I think that guys can, like, a certain type of guy can be really weird about, like, gym time and, like, gym life. And I just am like, bro, like, you're in a relationship. Like, I'm sorry if it's, like, inconvenient for you to, like, build a schedule around somebody else. But the reality is, like, those guys have partners that are probably having to build way too much schedule around them.
Yeah.
Because like they won't take a second to like understand that like it works both ways.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why guys get so much more annoyed by like building their schedule around girls like than girls do. Like it's like
weird.
We build
a whole thing around.
It's the gym one specifically, guys will amp each other up on, and they'll be like, "Bro, am I like if a guy goes to his friends, they're like, bro, am I wrong for this?" Like that's one scenario where I feel like most guys are gonna be like, "Nah, bro, like you got to go to the gym,"
It's
and that's why I'm
for health, which it is.
Yeah.
But like
2.5 hours is unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like we go to the gym, we go to a class, it's a 45-minute class.
And not during
find
family
some
time.
If you're going to do something on a Saturday, it cannot be for hours.
Yeah. Or if it's like you're playing tennis together, that's one thing.
But you can't just like ditch and go play golf or ditch and go play like every weekend.
Golf.
Like unless it's this weekend. John and I sat down, we were like, we have no Saturday plans. I was like, there's a Pilates class at noon. And John was like, oh, there's a basketball class at 11.
Perfect.
We're like, fine, we'll just do that. And it's like, he's home before I'm even home for my Pilates class.
Yeah.
2.5 hours is unnecessary. Don't do it without communicating.
Right. It's not you sitting at home with the baby waiting for daddy.
This has happened to me before. Like I'm saying from real conversations John and I have had where he like went to play basketball and it's like 3 hours later and I'm like, bro, I get it that you want to play basketball, but like you have to, like, there has to be communication because if I'm sitting here waiting for you in our sacred Saturday time to go out to lunch with you,
it was going to be a together day,
and I'm starving, and then I'm just sitting here waiting for you on a together day, and then we don't get to go anywhere until like 2:30 p.m. Like I am going to be annoyed. Because I'm hangry.
It's like you got ditched.
Yeah, it does feel. You feel like you got ditched.
You're like, I would have made alternate plans.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, like I would have done something else.
Yeah, I would have. And like with
don't
us
act
women,
like I'm just like I'm not so flexible that like that's such a ruse.
Yeah. So on that note, we can. This is like a larger topic about like, just
there's a line.
The together time and boundaries.
Communication. That's it.
So guys, this was a fiery episode on many parts. It's our cycle, okay? But we love you.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Stay hot, honeys. And stay safe on the internet. Love you guys.
Stay safe out there.
Bye.